Peter Bleksley is a former Metropolitan Police detective, a crime commentator here on Talk. Peter, you're very welcome to the programme. What does Nigel Farage need to do to restore law and order to London? And a very happy new year to you as well.
And to you too. He's going to face a Herculean task because generations of senior police officers will simply obstruct him at every corner. Of that, regrettably, I'm convinced, because they have talked themselves into the position whereby everything they do is right, everything from the past was elitist or was racist or was misogynistic and must be ignored, and therefore there is no blend in contemporary policing of the good from the past and from the good from the current and future in terms of advances in technology. So he's going to face a massive, massive task in trying to convince senior police officers to have a rethink, to look at how they do things, to improve them, to value what worked in days gone by, and therefore move forward with the kind of police service that the public want and need and deserve.
It's interesting you mentioned that, need and deserve and want as well. I'm sure there were many, many people right across the country who wanted to take part in different New Year's Eve celebrations and fireworks displays and so on that had been happening. We know that so many of those public events now have been shut down. They haven't happened at all. There wasn't one at all in Belfast. I don't think that was about safety concerns. I think that was about money. But Primrose Hill in London, very popular spot for people to watch the fireworks over the city. Well, it was boarded up. It was essentially cordoned off because the police said they didn't have the resources to police it. They did have the resources and rightly policed a pro-Palestinian protest and actually took some action there that I think was good to push them back, although I'm not sure they made any arrests for people saying globalising intifada. The point, I suppose, Peter, is that when there are events that people want the police to help them with and to say, right, you need a few bobbies on the beat around here to help us make this safe, there doesn't seem to be the bandwidth, the resources to do that.
And the police are quite simply, together with the other authorities that were responsible for this decision to close Primrose Hill, it wasn't ultimately the Met Police's decision. It was a decision collaboratively taken, but primarily by others. But regardless, that decision, of course, was based on a lot of the advice that the police gave. Now, Primrose Hill, for your audience that live outside of London, is a very well-heeled part of London. Very expensive properties. You'll find television executives and any other titans of industry and very wealthy people living there. And it gets blighted by crime, like so many other places that with the length and breadth of the country. And of course, the wealthy residents are always up in arms about it. The actual hill is a beautiful viewing location to see all of London. You get a beautiful view from there. And of course, on fireworks night, New Year's Eve, it would have been wonderful if 30,000 people could have gathered there. But the authorities said, no, it's not happening. And they boarded it up with ugly, unsightly fencing. Fenced off from the public. Don't go and enjoy it. Don't walk your dog. Don't view the fireworks. A dreadful, dreadful decision, which is against the will of the majority of law-abiding people. But are the police listening to that? Are the authorities listening to that? Do we actually have an establishment that serves the public, or do we have an establishment that seeks to enslave the public? Because that's what it looks like, that's what it feels like, and therefore that must actually be what it is.
Peter, so much common sense spoken. Imagine a scenario where someone would want more common sense from you, perhaps some stories from your past. What would you recommend they do?
I strongly recommend they go to peterbleksley.com and buy tickets for my nationwide tour, 140 theatres, one near you, which starts next week. And thank you very much.
Excellent stuff. And my father and his mystery female companion are going to the one in Belfast. They're looking forward to that, Peter. So thank you, Peter Bleksley, former Metropolitan Police detective and our crime commentator here at Talk. Loads of people getting in touch.